What is up, ladies and gents, Noah here, and welcome to yet another Raid World War II news video following up the previous part. Today we're going to be taking a look at all technical and mechanical elements featured in the upcoming shooter. If you guys are interested in seeing details of the characters and raids that have been revealed, take a look at the link in the description down below to my previous news video. As we briefly touched on in the previous video, it's impossible to not compare core mechanics within Raid World War II to those seen within Payday 2. However, there are a great deal of quality of life improvements apparent from early gameplay, alongside larger changes to player health and resilience mechanics. Health, for example, will no longer naturally regenerate, and armor simply does not exist. Instead, health can be picked up from occasional corpses. This should hopefully promote a more aggressive style of play to keep yourself alive. Similarly, the ammo system appears to have been tweaked to where every enemy doesn't simply replenish what you fired at them. Interestingly, it seems to work a little bit like the way the new health system seems to work. The downing mechanism appears to be identical to what we've seen in Payday 2, and special enemies will exist primarily on harder difficulties. These will include a flamethrower wielding class, which sounds pretty exciting. Certain vehicles will also be drivable from launch. One of the quality of life changes that most impressed me was how grenades appear to work. Not only will they be in the game from launch, unlike within Payday 2, they also are cookable and have a really organic, cool looking animation to show how long they have been cooked for. You appear to count it out on your fingers. There also appear to be collectible dog tags hidden on most raids, which also lends itself to thorough gameplay and replayability. Lock picking has also seen a massive rework and will no longer consist of holding down the F key. Instead, there will be a difficulty scaling timed minigame. A welcome change if you ask me. It also seems deployables have been replaced by war cries, buffing and replenishing your squad, working through a similar system but not requiring constant interaction. In terms of customization, it's understood we will be able to unlock over 60 customization options over all characters at launch, which, while not as deep as mass customization, we will also have access to customizations for top and bottom modifications for our heisters. And I will cover those hopefully in greater detail in a future video once we know more of the details, and Line Game Lion have shown those in a stream. Weapon customization will also be a key to success within Raid, and it appears that these customizations will primarily be unlocked by completing weapon-themed challenges in-game, affording for far less of an RNG system to complete character builds, while lending itself to more vividly distinct playstyles. The game will also be grittier and gorier from what we have seen. Instead of helmets flying, heads will be. This ties in well, I would say, with the darker setting and humour that's going on here. As far as stealth is concerned, we've been promised more of a realistic experience, with guards being more alert and actually reacting to prolonged movement and noise. Furthermore, detection by a single guard will lead to a panic response and a rush to alert his allies and reach an alarm to sound. This is, if you ask me, a much more realistic and organic response when compared to simply setting off all alarms in full view of a heister, as we have seen in Payday 2. The fact the guards will become suspicious of things they see is both an advantage and disadvantage to stealthers. On one hand, it will reduce the time you have in one location and force action over patience. On the other, it allows for more of a deceptive playstyle, forcing guards' attention to where you want it to be. Authenticity of stealth over arcadey stealth seems to have been Line Game Lion's focus. To round up the details we have right now, I'm going to be discussing how Raid is going to function and some specific launch details. Raid will come out having the standard Payday 2 style 4-player co-op, single player with up to 3 AI allies, as we've seen progress in Payday 2. Objectives have been designed to be more interactive, benefit from cooperation, and the simple hold down F key system has been somewhat abandoned. Drills, for example, are completely gone, and all carryable items will not show up as some variant of a loot bag and will instead be what it is you're carrying. We can expect a similar leveling system in Raid as we have in Payday, however, without the infamy system at launch. Finally, whilst we know release dates, a pre-launch beta has at least been promised to Steam users. Based on the history of Payday 2, I would anticipate a mid-September open beta launch with unsaved progress designed to advertise the game and iron out bugs when the game is played on a larger scale. Also, great news for German and Austrian fans of Payday, a texture-censored version will be purchasable in your country. Now remember, the game will be launching first on Steam on September the 28th, I believe. If you're interested in watching my first raid video covering the game's planned release and early details, follow the link on screen and below. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you're looking forward to getting your hands on the game, and I will see you all in the next one. We discuss some more Raid World War II news.